Yes, my name is Darwin Fortuna. I'm representing Mr. Richard and Francina Liriano on this project. I'm the project architect from um, Flow Design Architects based out of Salem, Massachusetts.
Great. Can you briefly walk us through the proposal and the violations?
All right, so we're subdividing an existing lot into 4 different lots, and we've already met with the community and have gotten feedback. So the project is basically creating more housing for the housing stock that we have, the shortage of housing stock that we have actually. And so we've decided to divide the lot into 4, and the violations are FAR violation. Instead of 0.5, we require 0.9, and the minimum lot size of 5,000, we would like it to be 3,700. There is also a violation on the parking buffer that was shown. So if we can move forward to the next. Actually, I'm not sure why that's the one that was submitted. That was amended ever since. And the amendment was simple. We didn't want to provide a lot of curb cuts. We didn't need to provide a lot of curb cuts, and we met with the Department of Public Works, and they requested that we reduce the amount of curb cuts. So the latest version of that I have is dated 05/16/2022. I'm not sure what that's.
So can you let us know how many curb cuts you do have?
Exactly. That's what you see right there is exactly what's done. That's correct.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So it will be like 1 per building. The building, each one is 2 family and provides about 5 bedrooms per unit. Basically, try to again provide proper housing, families to live there within the neighborhood. One of the iterations was a massive block of a building that really wasn't congruent with the neighborhood and the fabric. So we decided to divide it into smaller pieces and consistent with even the abutters. The buildings next door are pretty much same size and same style. So we maintain that for this project. Also, just so you know, Flow Design Architects focuses a lot in diversity in the field of architecture and construction, and that comes full plate here with the owners. They are minority owners. They live within the neighborhood. We have Richard, who is a builder. His son just decided to be an architect, and they have a little one that was born, and I'm going to make sure she's also an architect. So they are trying to be entrepreneurs, developers, builders within the community, which is something that we try to promote and work hard
Speaking
towards.
of them, I just got a text about half an hour ago that Deborah wants to chat about the
Francis, can you
bathroom
please
sign situation.
Mute folks.
Oh,
Mr. Fortuna?
yeah, I agree.
Yep. So yeah, so that's
Not Mr. Fortuna.
No, I did not mute him. I didn't mute him.
Okay.
I think I was muted, but so yeah, so that's pretty much it. So that's the way that the
They want to
units are
change
laid
the
out.
sign to something more
I'm not
neutral.
sure who's speaking in the back. If
Thank you. Okay. Sorry about that.
It's okay. So as I said, so the units are divided into lower level, which will be the basement and the first floor, and then the uppermost floors are for the second unit. And as I said, they each provide 5 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms.
Thank you. Any questions on the plans?
Madam Chair, I do have a question for the applicant. Would you be open for tandem spaces so that we can reduce the curb cut to 10 feet?
Yeah, that wouldn't be a problem. Well, what do you think, Richard?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay. And then should we assume that the elevations is kind of repeatable in the other 3 lots? Is it like copy and paste, copy and paste?
Yes, the elevations are consistent within the lots.
No, are they repeated? So it's going to be the same style that what I'm seeing right in front of me?
Yes.
3.
Yeah, essentially exactly the same building for 4 buildings.
Okay. Would you be open to modifying it a little bit so you I'm looking at the Google Earth, and the houses that exist are kind of unique in themselves, versus it being all the same as a modular.
Yes, I mean, again, in my opinion, I think that would actually be richer for the neighborhood. But
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I was even considering it because I had brought it up, and I was thinking about doing that.
Okay.
now the thing
All right.
is, it will have to take more exploration. But for sure, yeah, we're gonna explore each one of them to be unique. Yeah.
Well, I'm not, suggesting a very costly, each one being different. It's just in order to enhance the street, each houses are unique. So it's just to take that into consideration, even as varying the material palette. Okay, thank you. No further questions.
Thank you. Any other questions from the board?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Yes, sir.
Will any of the makeup of these, will any of them be affordable? Will any of them be for home ownership? The breakdown of them?
They are going to be market rent.
And these are condos? Are these home ownership or rentals?
No rentals.
Rentals. Okay. Does that answer your question, Mr. Stenbridge?
That answers my question.
Any other questions from the board? Hearing none, may I take public testimony?
Yes, Madam Chair, members of the board, Connor Newman with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. At this time, the Mayor's Office would like to defer to the judgment of this board. My apologies, I don't have a lot of background information on the community process, but we did receive a letter from the local civic association, Harvard Washington Norwell Civic Association, which sending a letter to this board in opposition to this proposal, citing the size of the proposed buildings, which they didn't feel would fit in with the character of the neighborhood. With that, we defer to the board at this time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, I do have one raised hand. Mike Sanders, you've been unmuted. If you can state your name and address for the record, please. Mike?
Yeah, hello.
Hi, please state your name and address for the record, please.
Michael Sanders, live right across the street from this project at 114 Norwell Street. We
And
were
are
not
you-
informed. Excuse me?
Sorry. I was just trying to understand if you're for or against.
I live at 114 Norwell Street, right across the street from that project, that building that's been there for years, and I grew up around there for the last 50. We was aware that the building was brought, but we're not aware that they're trying to build new houses over there or change into houses. My concern is the neighborhood, the design. They already built the new ones up the street a couple of years ago, about 10. Now you're putting them right here, and we had problems with that building before. I don't know who the ownership is now, but they was renting it out, and there was like a lot of traffic, and it was just real disruptive. There's a lot of elderlies in that neighborhood. So how are we going to accommodate them? Thank you.
Thank you. Brian? Is Councilor Royal's office?
Yes.
Yes. Good afternoon, Madam Chair, members of the board. My name is Ayemide Ogunwuyiwa from the Office of City Councilor Brian Worrell. And in regards to the Norwell Street parcels, we did not receive any letters of opposition. And originally, as Connor said, we received from Harvard Washington Norwell originally a letter of denial, but they further sent a letter of conditional support. In regards to this project, the council would like to go in opposition at this project at this time, just to allow for more community engagement.
Thank you. Any other raised hands?
Nope, no additional raised hands.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, sir.
So I'm the owner. I'm Rachel Liriano. I've been in the community for about 35 years. My whole family lives in Boston. I'm a Boston resident. Also, I've been developing for about 15 years now, small developer. Now, when it comes to the property, he became aware of how we're going to manage. Been managing multiple properties. I own about 20 units that I manage. I have zero problem with them. And that, you could search my resume. There's no problem in my, when it comes to tenants putting complaints on me.
No, another thing, Madam Chair, if I can. We did meet before the community twice. At the first round, there were some concerns about sustainability approaches to the project, and that's when we decided that we're gonna be going all electric heat pump systems, and there were some things that we added. Then the second time it was approved by the neighborhood association. They only required that the parking had a fence or some sort of protection for children, and they were actually very happy with the amount of green space that we were providing around the building. So we did meet twice with them, and we got consensus from them.
Thank you.
Actually, Linda Champion also was there. Yeah.
May I have a motion?
Madam Chair, I would like to put forward a motion of approval with a proviso that the project undergoes BPDA design review for the site planning to only allow for one curb cut that is 10 feet. And the other would be to kind of review the exterior to ensure that there are some unique qualities for each of the units.
Thank you. And can you confirm you mean one curb cut that's 10 feet per?
One for each, yes. So given that the lot is smaller, it would lean itself to a better kind of pedestrian flow and connection to minimize it to a more narrow curb cut for each of the lot. Mhm.
Thank you. May I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Stenbridge,
Yes.
Ms. Better Brazza,
Yes.
Mr. Shepherd,
Yes.
Ms. Wewell,
Yes.
Mr. Valencia,
Yes.
Mr. Langham.
Yes.
Chair also votes yes. Motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It feels good. Hablaron en oposición. Dije que no, que el ego no está asociado. Yo primero he venido 2 veces y la grabé la reunión de 2 veces. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. What you talking about? What you talking about? Yo no me estaba esperando que iba a ser tan rápido porque yo estaba de...
Wow, how many units?